And for once in my life, she says, I no longer am held back by this illness. Please thank them for the way that they loved me, and in turn, let them know that I'm watching over them. There's a soul that's also here that I keep hearing, okay, was suffering from some type of mental illness before their passing.
Our Aunt Connie.
Okay. Please know that for some reason, she's coming to the front of the line.
She was very bossy.
She was very bossy. We had our issues.
Okay. I gotta tell you, when she's coming through, she keeps saying to me, Matt, I have to tell them that I changed. And when I'm speaking to her, this is sad because she was a very depressed woman here in this world when I'm connecting with her. She just showed me a vision of all prescription medications in front of me. How do you connect with her being on like antidepressants and like mood medications? Like I see all of these medication bottles that are all around me.
She was mentally ill for a lot of years. She had a lot of issues with the police. Like there was a lot. She ended up committing suicide.
Was it like a schizophrenia? Because I see these. Yeah. I see psych medications when I'm connecting. She just showed me the vision of them changing her medications here in this world.
All the time. We didn't know if she was going to be manic or if she was going to be depressive. We just didn't know.
And I also see at one point, I also think that she had some type of, it looks like a lockbox in her house. They used to keep her medications in the box. They were trying to keep medications away from her. So I don't know if she was like abusing her medications at one point or what it was. She showed me all of these crazy visions of her life. And I mean, when I'm looking at her life, this was a lot to handle, because she tells me there were times when I feel like she used to try to like escape her house, or like she used to get lost. Like there were all of these situations that she's throwing me into. I'm like, lady, I don't even know how to make heads or tails of this. But you know,
she was in and out of mental hospitals her entire life. And
she shows me. But you know what's really tough? She tells me that the hardest thing that she had in life was that she says to me that she really wanted a family of her own. And she tells me about the fact that she really wanted to find love here in this world and she couldn't. That's what she tells me. Because I see that there was relationship issues that came up. And she's also telling me when I'm connecting about the fact her having issues with having kids. So could she not have children here in the physical? Were they estranged from her, or what was the issue with
both estranged?
Yeah. They actually lived with us for a while she was having her issues.
She was in the hospital.
Yeah. She was in the hospital for a while, and she was also in prison for a while. So they came to live with us for a few years.
This is a really hard reading to do because I'm going to just tell you the truth of what she's telling me. And this is why she's coming through. There's a lot of unfinished business here. And when I'm coming through, when she's coming through to me, she's actually telling me that she first of all wants to apologize because I feel like she blamed your mother for what was going on in her life. And your mom was
all the time.
The day she died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's telling me
we had a lot of issues with each other because of that.
She tells me that she thought that your mom like stole her kids from her because she kept saying to me, this really pains me. She said to me when she was here, she was jealous. She was jealous over you and she was jealous over your family. And she just wanted her kids and she wanted all these things. And I'm saying, what are you talking about? And then when your mom took her kids in and you raised her children and they were all living in the house with you and you were having these holidays and get-togethers and all these things in her mind, right? Because of that illness, she always thought that your mom stole her kids. She always thought that your mom was deceiving her or making her mentally ill or keeping those kids away. Like she had all of these strange things that were here. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
She wants to come through to say that she's sorry to you, but also take this opportunity to say that she's sorry to your mom. She really needs to reach your mom because she said to me, Matt, do you know that out of all the things that I put her through, after everything that I had said, after all of the mean things that I had done, she had never turned her back on me.
Right.
And she's acknowledging that.
My mom took care of everything for her while she was in prison, while she was mentally ill, while she was going through a lot of stuff. My mom took care of her apartment. She took care of her mail. She took care of her bills. She took care of her kids, like the whole thing for years. And she just kept telling my mom that she had stolen her inheritance, and because my mom ended up taking care of our grandparents. So that was kind of the thing. That was a lot. And me and her really butted heads for a lot of years. It was kind of a family.
You were trying to protect your mom.
Yes.
And you were no nonsense, where your mom kind of let things go and let things slide and let her believe what she wanted.
Yeah.
But I know, I see it all. I see it all happening. And what I see, I cannot believe. I got to tell you something. Your mother's going right to heaven, because what I see that she dealt with, I can't believe some of the things that I'm seeing. It looks like it, like the things that I'm seeing looks made up. Like if you were to tell me this happens to this woman and this is how our life was, I'd say to you, you're watching too much Lifetime. There's no freaking way.
It's like the best crazy stories we tell at family reunions.
Yes.
I got to tell you one thing. You know, when souls go to the other side, something amazing happens, right? And that thing that's amazing is that your soul goes back to being the best version of yourself, without illness, without any of the, I'm not even drinking while I'm telling you all about the other side. Are you kidding me right now?
We're trying to bring our friends in by sharing wine.
Please know one thing. She's coming through because she said to me that for once in her life, she's healed. And for once in her life, she's able to see life through different eyes. And she says to me, Matt, I know they weren't the problem. I know now that they were trying to help me, even though she didn't recognize that here in this world. She says, so Matt, she says, please let them know that I know that if I didn't have them in life, I wouldn't have had a life. There would have been no hope for me. Everybody else turned their back on me. Everybody else walked away. Your mom and your family were the only support system and the only love that she had here in this world. To the point where when she died, she tells me there was like no money. There was like nothing that was here. And your mom had to pay out of pocket to even lay her to rest. So
That's true.
She says to me, Matt, please let them know that I am okay. Please let them know that I'm on the other side. And for once in my life, she says, I no longer am held back by this illness. Please thank them for the way that they loved me. And in turn, let them know that I'm watching over them.